Battery relocation.
But Rob, your battery's already relocated. What gives?
So you guys wouldn't have seen an episode on it, but Travis actually is the one to have relocated this for me in the first place.
Back when we were putting my D16Y8 in, I was just like over it at that time. You know, that engine gave me so much trouble. So Dusan and I were up front messing with that, trying to get everything going, and Travis took his time and was able to relocate the battery for me.
And he did a very good job. If you see here, this is what he did. If you can kind of see up in there, essentially what it is this positive cable going out that runs through the car. This black cable here runs down and goes to the starter. And then this guy right here, this other cable, runs and goes into the fuse box, this second piece right here. And please pardon my mess at the moment, but it runs through the firewall, runs all down there, in through the side panel, and comes out at the back.
He had, of course, asked me where we wanted to put it, and I decided right here at that time was a good spot. I was thinking, you know, since I was going to be driving this car up to the track days, that having the battery up and out of the way would be probably ideal. I could use the wheel well for a wheel, or multiple wheels. But so having actually gone to the track day a while back now and loaded all my stuff into the car, I realized that, hey, I actually don't need this battery box up out of the way.
Now, why is that a big deal? Why would I care if it's up here? Well, as you can see, it's off in the corner of the car, and I guess that's cool, like my driver weight up here, more battery weight back here. I am still running this heavier battery that sits back here, so you know, it is a little bit of weight. So obviously the idea is that getting that weight from the front of the car and moving it towards the back kind of just help move things around a little bit. You know, is it a big deal? No. But in my brain it kind of is, because you know, here's this weight sitting over just this right rear corner, not the left corner. And the thing about it too is it's sitting way off the back of the car. It would be more ideal if it was in line with the wheel at least. And where does that leave it? Boom, straight down in there in the bottom of the wheel well.
So while we're doing all this prep stuff, you know, I'm going to be painting the inside of this car. I want to go ahead and, you know, situate everything now before I paint it and then decide, hey, you know, I want to move my battery. That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, this thing's got a little bit of weight to it. I'd say like 30, 35 pounds.
All right, so see here how this thing is all set up. You got the box and it's just a hole cut in it and wires coming on through. So I'm gonna go ahead and see, it's not a complicated system here on how this thing is held in. Just these two straps with those screws. This main strap goes underneath those. And you got the tie down right here for the box. But so instead of this being up in here, I want to go ahead and position it right in the middle.
You know, I am so in tune with this car that I can feel every little thing that's out of place. If weight is shifted in just the wrong area, you know? I mean, I do have my International B license in Gran Turismo, guys. Just saying. That's not even that high. There are more. I focus on time attack in Gran Turismo. What could I say?
Just to kind of take stock here, I have my measuring tape. See how far apart this is. So about 5 inches apart, they're spread.
Of course, we have the longer positive cable. This negative cable here is a little bit shorter, and I see it's connected up here to the bare metal on the car. So what I need to decide is, am I going to keep running this cable all the way to the back of the car? I see there are some holes here where some wiring harness is already running through. I could run them through there, then down into the tunnel and up to the battery. Or do I shorten it all and come out through the side here?
I think first just what I need to do is see exactly where I want the battery box to sit. And I believe that's it right there. So like one bracket here, one bracket here sort of thing. No. So like one bracket here and one bracket here sort of thing. The wheel well is actually really weird. Until you're looking at it, you kind of think it's just flat, but it's not. I could cut that little piece out, but it doesn't really matter because you see how it's kind of beveled in different places all through there. Even back in here, this middle part right here, I don't know if you can see, but that is very raised. Almost would be good back there, but that kind of defeats the purpose of the weight being out past the rear suspension. So I've been messing with this thing for a minute here. Check this out. I kind of wonder about doing it just like this. This top bracket here can sit nice and flat up here. This one, it is part of this like dipped area. I don't know if you can really see that or not, but it is dipped down a little bit. But really the main point of these things is for that belt to run underneath, and then it just needs to strap down tight. I think that could work. And by the way, y'all see my nice mess in here, taped up windows? We'll go over all that in a few minutes. So I already know what you're thinking. Dude, the gas tank is right under there. And yeah, it is. It's up under there. But, you know, I went ahead and made sure to look on the side here too. And actually, these two holes right up in the front here are well past it. These front two are kind of close, but no problem. Now, as you can see here, I did not use a very long bit. So these are those straps that I've been using here. And look, I already snapped this one. It's like cheap little plastic, you know, and it actually held up really well off in that corner, but, you know, unfortunately, it's kind of a cheapy little deal. I Gorilla Glued this one back together. It's holding, but, you know, I don't know if that's going to be the strongest. So I already went ahead and ordered some metal ones, stainless steel little eyelets just like this. But just for now, to complete this project, I'm going to go ahead and use these to put it back in. Here at the back of the car, you see where the positive and negative battery terminals are coming out there. That's where they were, you know, when it was up in this spot. I do have the option of cutting them out through here. You see where they come up from the front. I could route them like down through there and then to the box. I think I want to keep those cables there and route them through these holes in the back and then just run it down like through there. So to demonstrate, you know, through that guy, like through that side, and then pick it out through here, run it down through the bottom and into the box. Just kind of run all this cable through. So here, I could just kind of run it along, kind of strap it down with a zip tie or something like that along the back of the car. And that leaves here with the negative cable. So negative, cable. Jeez, get a little more positive, wouldn't you? What I'm seeing already back here is, look at that spot. That might be perfect. It's already ground down. Or right below it, you see there's already that stock ground. That could work out good too. Maybe I just put the negative for the battery behind that. Just feed that guy into the box. How much slack do I need? I mean, that could fit to there pretty perfect. I think that might be the one. So that ground was obviously working before, but I think a little extra encouragement there won't hurt. So I went and sanded that back a little bit. That's pretty perfect. You know what? Take that out. Be a cool guy. Oh yeah. That's pretty great. Sitting on there nice, tucked through. Look, Ma, I got a tucked harness. And then, yeah, I think I can channel that nicely. I can make them sit, you know, nice. And then battery it up. Oh, perfect. Perfect length. These straps always kind of throw me through a loop. There we go. Solid, people. Yeah. Like I said, I have those new metal eyelets coming, so I'm going to be switching those out for something more solid, and we're going to clean this up too. Don't worry, we're not done. But yeah, sweet. So moving that weight around, is it going to like drastically improve how I drive? No, of course not. That depends on how I drive. I think what I'm trying to do here is, just starting to kind of fine tune some stuff. When this car has come together both times before, it's just been like, slap it together, let's just get it done, I'd like to really, take my time and pick some things out, and this has been one of them that's been on my mind. Moving that weight to in line with the suspension and sitting lower in the cab and more central to the cab, I think is just a better weight distribution to try to go for. So working from home has been pretty great. This is my lunch break. So as you can see, I've already started taping up the windows, just got these paper towels going. Got it on the inside there too. So I'm happy with this battery being relocated here. You see, I just covered up these two rear windows here with the paper towels, taped it all up. I also want to cover up these shock towers here with the BC stuff exposed. Any wiring harness, Something else I've been meaning to move out of the way here too is all this seat belt sensor stuff that I'm not using. Obviously this is super important. This is the fuel pump lines. These four wires right here. But the other stuff for the seat belt, I think I'm just going to be able to tuck up off to the side. I think for now, I'm just going to be moving this up out of the way, and I need to look into properly deleting those. Obviously, we need the fuel pump lines still coming through, but I'm going to leave this loose so that I can, clean all this up properly again and then primer and paint up around here. So even though I had that hour lunch break, man, that thing sure does go by quick. So it's now the end of the day, and look what showed up. Here's my new eyelet bolts for the battery tie down. It comes with this whole new strap and everything too, but this is pretty much what I wanted. These are stainless steel eyelet bolts. These things are gonna be much better than those rubber pieces that were in there. Here it is. Think of my wrenches up here. There really isn't a lot of crap in here. That's the ironic part. Still can't find nothing. So as you saw, I just vacuumed up all those bits there that were all around, and now I'm just going around with a slightly damp paper towel, and we're just getting up all the excess that's just kind of stuck on there, you see? So I'll be wiping that down to make sure it's all dry and everything before I stop. It's all right, you guys. I am not a painter. I am not a bodywork guy. I've only ever done anything kind of like this once before. I went ahead and did it to my engine bay, and I'm reasonably confident in saying that this is gonna come out good. I'm not gonna say it's great. It's not gonna be a show car. I have realistic expectations, but I am excited to do this. I'm really excited to do this, and I've been putting a lot of effort into this. I know these videos can be 10, 20 minutes or whatever, but it's been a while. I've been working over this the whole week. A whole lot of stuff off camera, So I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna come out really good. If you have any criticisms about what I'm doing, that's totally fair. Again, I'm not a painter or anything like that. But so just be fair with your criticisms, all right? Don't just tell me I suck. Tell me why I suck. But I don't think I suck. I think this is gonna come out good. Again, not great, good. But we'll see. So thank y'all so much for watching. In the next one, we're gonna be doing primer, paint, and clear. Please check out our Instagram. Follow us on there for all the updates. Thanks, you guys. Talk to you in the next one.